Nämen, hallå! Nej men herregud! Grimbo! Ja, kolla!
After 4 long months of darkness, the sun returns to Svalbard. Ever since it came above the horizon in mid-February, the days have grown lighter and once again we can enjoy adventures under the sun. This is the time of year we can head out on snowmobile and explore parts of the island that we otherwise can't get to. We drive for miles to see glaciers and polar bears and just enjoy the frozen world of the Arctic. We are in a small, remote, fully off-grid cabin on the east coast of Svalbard. On this part of the island, there is nothing but ice and snow for miles. In order to get here, we have to pack up our snowmobiles with everything we need to be completely self-reliant for a few days. We make the 90-kilometer trip, which is 56 miles, driving in deep valleys, on snow-covered frozen fjords, over rocky mountain passes and on glaciers, in order to get to these cabins. We navigate using a GPS, one of the most important tools you can have here. When the weather is good, we can often get to where we want to by memory, having driven there before. But as soon as the weather switches, a GPS can be a life or death kind of tool. Being caught in a whiteout is not uncommon as the weather changes fast, and in those cases, you need to know where to drive safely, as you can often not see more than a few feet in front of you. The weather during our drive to the cabin was beautiful though, so we could really enjoy the incredible nature around us. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Cecilia and I live on Svalbard, an island close to the North Pole. And if you're not new here, welcome back.
Good morning and welcome to our very humble abode. Påskestämning. We are in Agad, a cabin on the east coast. If you were here last year, you saw us see the sun for the first time here. And the same is happening this year, because we can see the sun. This is the first time we're seeing the sun properly. I only saw it a little bit the other day through the cabin window. But so we're going to make some coffee, of course, and then we're going to go outside and take in the beautiful view. Oh, what a day. Today, step into my kitchen. So we are in one of the remote cabins you can rent as a local. It costs around 200 kronor per night, so about $20. And they are very, very basic in the best way though. I love this. This is the kitchen and the sock nook. The only thing heating the cabin is the wood stove. So you bring a bunch of wood with you, and that is all flown up from the mainland, or no, transported on the shipping boat from the mainland. Anyway, so this is the kitchen. You have a gas stove and also our bialetti. So we're gonna make a fancy cup of coffee this morning. Coffee will be made in an hour. Don't mind me. I think I have to do like 3 rounds of this as well. Nothing like a good workout. I'm sweating. Oh. We have to go outside, Christopher. Okay, so I accidentally poured Oatly in here, and you don't want that. More for me! I'll make you another one later, when I have another hour to spare grinding beans. Wait. Here she is. This is absolutely gorgeous. It feels like summer. Most feel like that sounds like a lie. Okay, let me say it really feels warm. You know how often Svalbard has a very, very crispy feel? The air is a little bit cold, but the rest is, I don't know. Vad kan det vara? -5? 0? We think it might be like 0 degrees, which is, you know, quite wild for March, but this is what we have. At least the snow conditions are like incredible. There's so much snow. Herregud, så trevligt. This is our first cabin trip this year.
So
It's gonna be, it's very late, yes. So now we have 3 wonderful months ahead of us.
It is the best time.
It might seem strange that we have a desire to go to these remote cabins, considering how small and remote the village of Longyearbyen is, and the fact that we already live in a cabin. But this is a big part of living on Svalbard, enjoying the Arctic nature and the adventure. It also feels super important to head out of town to avoid starting to feel like it's too small. It's a sense of freedom to just pack up everything we need and go completely off-grid for a while. It's exciting and calming at the same time.
Before we have breakfast, we're going to do our daily routine, vitamin D, and thank you so much to AG1 for sponsoring another video. It's a daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health. AG1 has been a part of my daily routine for quite a while, but I find it especially important to keep up with it during the cold weather season because it supports immunity. And I need that. I need my immune health to be on top going into months of darkness and cold and snow and winter. In here, you get 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. When it comes to the taste, I would say that it is fresh lawn clippings, a bit of lemon in there, zest. It's very fresh, but it's very earthy and very green. I like it. Go to drinkag1.com/Cecilia Blondal or scan the QR code on screen to get your free welcome kit. It includes the canister, shaker, and a year's supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 extra travel packs of AG1. So thank you so much to AG1 for sponsoring today's video, and let's head back to the cabin adventures. Welcome to my bedroom. It's actually quite nice. If you just don't look at the mattress, which is just very tired at the moment, it's actually very cozy. My sleep score tonight, 90. 90 out of 100. I always sleep like an absolute baby when I am on cabin trips. It's just the whole like vibe in here. It's quiet and it's very nice. It's truly like a break from the outside world. We have no phone reception here. And I just kind of read books. So this morning, I was going to say yesterday, I finished reading Tress of the Emerald Sea, and it's like a 5 out of 5 book for me. It was so whimsical and just so cute. When I read it, I kept thinking how it's like an adult fairy tale. And then I read his words at the end where he said that exact thing. He's like, this is meant to be like an adult fairy tale. I was like, well, that's what I think it is. So highly recommend for anybody wanting like an adult fairy tale, because it definitely is like a little story magical thing. So today I'm going to move on to this. I wanted to show you my bedroom. It's gorgeous. Christopher is not sleeping up here because anywhere up here is the warmest place in the cabin because heat goes to the top, right? So if one sleeps down here, it's going to be 2 or 3 times as warm up there. So we always try to sleep on the same level. So he's sleeping in the kind of mattress by the table. Yeah, here's my cabin pillow. I usually sleep on my jacket and on a pillow. My sleeping bag is right here to, you know, I try to avoid touching this mattress. I usually don't mind them at all, but this cabin is, you know, extra old. I always have a little blanket. I slept like a baby. A baby. Now it's time for breakfast. In Norway, you eat hot dogs in what's called lompe, which is potato bread. So it's more common, kind of, well, it's equally common, but this is generally what you eat a hot dog in, which I love. It's so good.
It's the best.
You have to start making this at home, men då behöver vi en tacka, va? There are no polar bear tracks anywhere around. Well, I've seen so far. It's a lot of ice though.
When we're out in the field, we use these ones because we don't have any phone reception here. So this is like a mini version of a sat phone. You can only send SMS, you cannot phone with it. And it has a SOS button. So if something's really bad happens, you can push the SOS and hopefully someone with a chopper can bring you up, can come and pick you up. I use it mostly for check weather, because it has this option as well. You can get weather where you are or somewhere if you want to go somewhere. So that's what I'm gonna do now. For weather, for SOS, for text friends if you're out in the field, you can text like if someone were coming here now and I forgot the ketchup or bring more wood or whatever it is, you can text them like bring some more stuff. You have to put it outside so you get clear in the sky, but a trick is to put it in the window, and normally it will take, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and then you hear a beep and off the message go, and then you have to wait for the message to come back.
So while Christopher has a bigger, older version, I have bought a new one. Same company and same brand and everything, but it's the Mini. So this works the same way. I also have the SOS button, which is basically the main reason why I have this. If anything goes bad out in the field, you can press this and it will immediately send a distress signal with your location and everything. The message has sent. No, the message has arrived. We have the weather report. -1 idag, ja.
Like in the winter time, you just need to know if it's a little bit windy or if it's gonna be flat light or whatever.
We are actually walking out on the fjord right now, so the frozen water. I can see that the people who were here this weekend have walked here, but we're gonna check the ice width before walking out far, or like walking out for real, because we can't just trust their steps, you know. I also have dubbar, those things, you know, for getting out of the water. I have Grim is not much of a help. We have a radio to call Christopher. But we want to walk to that block of ice. That is what we want to do in this wind. Oh, ice. Slush though. Woo. That is pretty good. Grim just left me. He never does that. He's so worried about something and he keeps looking back towards the cabin, and I can't see anything in my binoculars, but he is so worried. And usually when he's outside, he's like running around so happy, but he just can't stop looking backwards. So now he's on his way back. I'm like, come here. And he's like, no. But I think I'm gonna go with him towards that way instead of going all the way out on the ice on my own. But he left at me. So this is the trailer that we have with us to bring all of the equipment and extra kind of resources that we need. Since we drive really far, this trip was 90 kilometers one way, which I think is somewhere around like 55 miles. Is that right? I'm gonna have to Google. But so we bring petrol for both of our snowmobiles. In here we pack personal items or food, depends a little on what we need. In here I think we have wood at the moment, and here we also have another sargas with wood. So this is how we, lug everything around. Look at that. An adventure mobile. Yeah! Pack it in. Come. It's the last of the sun, and it's only 3 p.m. So our days aren't that long, but I think it's got a little bit to go behind the mountain before it goes below the horizon. But it's nice to enjoy the last and the first of the sun.
We were expecting some wind under the day or the evening, but it came now. It was quite... I took a power nap and I woke up but the cabin was shaking.
It's now 5 p.m. and we had a little nice afternoon nap. I read, and then we woke up to the cabin starting to shake and this wind. Can you hear it? Yeah, I think you can hear it because it's so loud. It just came from nowhere. It just rolled right in and it's hitting us straight from that side. Now we're gonna eat hamburgers and I'm so excited. I'm doing a word search like a proper grandma, just enjoying my time. The wind. We're eating in a hurricane. Undrar ingen annan det ska stanna här. So to stay in these cabins, you have to bring everything that you need with you. So we bring water and, wet wipes. Wet wipes. It's probably number one smart thing to have, because it's quite difficult to bring a lot of water, so it takes up space. But So the cleaning of them, it's up to everybody who stays here to clean. Before we leave, we're gonna empty the wood stove, but that's tomorrow, this one. And we bring all of the trash that we have, which is very little. The wind is still howling away while I'm in here cleaning. And then I'm gonna read my book. I think I might need, oh, it's only 6 p.m. I'm gonna make myself a coffee. Christopher, do you want one?
There is just so much that I love about the simple life in an off-grid cabin. Even though we live somewhat remotely in our cabin, I spend a lot of my work and my time online in front of the computer, uploading to social media and editing videos for YouTube. Before this became my job, I definitely spent more time offline, so now I try to make sure to not become too consumed by it. I do love it, and I'm so thankful to be able to make a living out of showing the wonderful life here on Svalbard. But it's also easy to kind of get lost in the endless creation of new content. That's why these trips are so important. I may still be filming, but that is a creative outlet that I love. And I get that time where my phone is just completely unimportant. It really has no vital use. I can't reach anyone and no one can reach me. It's actually a wonderful feeling. I'm unsure for how long that remains kind of a positive feeling, because so far the longest I've been off-grid is for about a week, so who knows. But what I do know is that I really appreciate these moments of complete peace and just simple living.
Fruity dessert in a pot. I don't know. Next, wide street. Avenue. No. Avenue it is. Let's go. Key lime pie. Annual basis. I would go say yearly. I'm crushing it. Remove the seeds from. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unpit. Spit out. This right here. Oh my gosh. Is the bathroom. Look at me. This is the outhouse. Look at the beauty. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. You see? It's the toilet. I'm gonna go in here now. See you later. Oh. That was lovely. Oh my gosh, it is so windy.